Hello everybody, so today we are going to be discussing Warbringer's new album, Weapons of Tomorrow. Let's check it out. So this is their sixth studio record, Weapons of Tomorrow. This is the follow-up to 2017, in my opinion, one of the best albums of 2017's Woe to the Vanquished. Now Warbringer is a thrash metal band, but I don't really know if it's fair to subgenre them in any kind of thrash, I guess neo-thrash, but it's one of those things where they honestly are so unique that I don't think a genre really counts for them. They're just Warbringer. Obviously thrashy elements, but it's so much more extreme, and it has black metal roots in it almost, is what it sounds like. And sometimes even death metal. The way the riffing works and the writing in it is so intricate and unique to them. It's honestly, it makes them one of my favorite bands, if not top 5 favorite bands. And I've only been listening to them for like 6 months now. Now, Weapons of Tomorrow was a release I was a little worried about. I wasn't sure if they could top Woe to the Vanquished, because that was such a fantastic album on its own right. This is one of the best heavy metal albums I've ever heard, and so, like, the songwriting is so unique and crisp to that band. Like, a lot of bands have certain types of writing styles. Not very many bands stick with me in that form. A lot of their songs are based in like war or politics or something like that, but the way, the emotion that's put into it and the thought and the writing process, the story it tells, it's amazing. Absolutely love it. But enough talking about Woe to the Vanquished. Let's talk about Weapons of Tomorrow. So Weapons of Tomorrow is another, like I said, it's their 6th release, and it's an absolutely astounding record. I didn't know if they'd be able to top Woe to the Vanquished, but they did it, and they did it in such a spectacular way. Every song on here felt unique in the album. Every song in here felt real, almost. Glorious End, in particular, stuck with me. This is no way for a soldier to die. It's just one of those songs where the story goes is it's a man who makes a promise to his father to go to war and gain glory, be a hero, and that's the premise of the song for the first 2 verses and chorus. And then it gets to the part where he actually lands and goes to war, and his squad gets hit with gas bombs, and he's starting to realize that he's just another number. He's just another person dying in a war that might not even make sense. And it's that cool realization in the songwriting, in the way that he screams it. It leaves goosebumps every time I hear it. Absolutely stunning writing. And further on, John is a fucking genius, man. Like, the way he writes, it's so much different. It's not trying to take these things that inspired him to music and be that. He's trying to be better than that, but still being Warbringer. He doesn't just want to be the next Slayer or the next Megadeth. He wants Warbringer to be Warbringer. He wants it to be one of the best albums you've ever heard, and I think that the way they write definitely does a fantastic job, because not very many bands do it quite in the way that his has. Absolutely stunning album. Absolutely. I 10 out of 10 recommend you guys listen to this. This has been one of the best months for metal just ever. I mean, you've got Titans of Creation, you've got Weapons of Tomorrow. It's just absolutely insane. And we got Havoc that's coming out in May. I just cannot handle it. There's so much great music coming out. I've listened to this album probably a total of 12 times now, and it's hard coming to a verdict for these things, because I always try and find something. It's like, okay, this was really good, but what about it is bad? I can't find any bad in this one either. I have to give this a 10 out of 10. I just have to. And it's so weird having 2 10 out of 10s, because I have never had a 10 out of 10 album on this channel up until this point. It is fucking nuts to think about. It is absolutely nuts to think about. We've got an amazing Testament album, and now we have this amazing band Warbringer that is starting to come to the forefront of the genre to me, and not just the genre of thrash, but the genre of heavy metal as a whole. They are just powering their way to the front. I don't know how much money they make, but I hope they make enough to retire happy, because god damn, do they put a lot of work into not only these song structures, but the riffs, the solos, it's absolutely batshit. They have songs where it almost sounds like a black metal song, but still having that Warbringer-esque type of sound to it. It's insane. It's insane how these guys work and how they write. Their work ethic is absolutely amazing, and I need to see them live at some point. Like, I can't believe it. It had to have been stressful writing this record after that, but he said he thought that this album was as good as, if not better, and I 100% agree. I think it's as good as, or better. I would even say better in my personal opinion, but that's just my opinion. So, you guys fucking nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I 10 out of 10 recommend this record. It's one of my favorite albums of the year so far, if not my favorite, but we still got new Cannibal Corpse released, new Carcass album, and we've still got the Lamb of God album. And supposedly there's a Napalm Death record in the works, but God knows if that's ever going to happen, man. We've been waiting forever, it feels like. I think it's the longest hiatus they've taken. So at the end of the day, Warbringer has ascended past being just a basic thrash metal band. They have ascended being just another band under that moniker or type of genre. They are their own torch carriers. They don't need anyone else's type of music to carry off of. They are their own thing. And something about that is just a fucking amazing to see. It's like, for instance, Lamb of God to me, when I hear them, it's always Pantera. That's what it sounds similar to. That's always what everyone else compares them to, is Pantera 2.0. And that's my favorite band. But these guys, similar to Rivers of Nile, have created their own sound, their own formula, and they continue to evolve and change that around and just absolutely kill it. So, like I said, 10 out of 10. That is the final hammer, guys. I'll put the link for the album down below. Highly recommend you check it out. They deserve it. Thank you so much for watching, guys.